I think it's very important for me to consistently update you guys with the best ways to win more fights in Fortnite. All of my videos focus on getting you guys better at the game, but these videos include different aspects to the game, including game sense, aiming, positioning, and the basic fundamentals to shooter games that you guys may be lacking. In this video today, we'll be going over some of my best tips to winning more fights in Fortnite. As always, I recommend watching the video all the way until the end since there's a lot of information to take in. Before we get started with the video, comment down below and tell me what you guys want to see in Season 10. Personally, I want Siphon to return to public matches just because it was a really fun addition to the game, so let me know what you guys think too. Anyway guys, let's get right into the video. My first tip for you guys is take high quality shots and limit low quality shots. High quality shots are open shots on your enemy that you don't have to force or attempt to make a play that has a 50% chance of working and a 50% chance of failing. A lot of you guys might be losing fights simply because you force too many shots or plays on your enemies, which gives them the advantage. The clips in this gameplay show exactly what I mean. I never forced any plays or shots, and I look to create the best shot possible on my enemy. An example of low quality shots is jumping off the side of a ramp to try and aim at your opponent directly above you and get a shot on them. This gives your opponents an easy shot on your head while you're completely defenseless. An example of a high quality shot is being above your opponent who isn't covered and melting their health away with your suppressed SMG. This is going to force them to play defensively, which will grant you the advantage over your enemy. Another low quality play to keep in mind is shooting your opponent and letting them shoot you back in hopes that you kill them before they kill you. This is a low quality play because while you're doing damage to your enemy, they may be doing the exact same amount of damage to you, if not more. So you need to keep that in mind when you fight your next opponent. My second tip for you guys is practice all types of game speeds. Some of your opponents are going to be your average or below average players who are just playing casually or might not be good at the game yet, and they probably will play really slow. And for someone like myself who's been playing the game for a long time and sweats using the Reaper pickaxe and a soccer skin, it would be pretty easy for me to eliminate them. The more talented players will play at a fast speed or just be able to hit all of their shots. Practicing game speed will allow you to take on different situations. For example, players who rely on their game sense and accuracy might not push you right away and will force you to create different plays on them before you're able to act on the play you've come up with in your head. With this being said, playing fast all the time in this instance might not be a viable option. You have to slow your game down and take them on differently. Practicing game speed will also help you recognize playstyles like these, which will help you out in eliminating your opponents and increase your game sense. Build speed and editing speed will also help you guys out in practicing game speed. Since there will inevitably be times where you will need to make awkward edits and accurate builds to create advantages for yourself over your enemies, it's important to practice these aspects very precisely. I recommend starting out just trying to learn the patterns, the motions, and the deliveries of your edits and builds before you try them out for speed. You'll start to see how much faster you guys can actually be when you aren't limited to slow edits or builds, and this could definitely help you guys win more fights. My third tip for you guys is making use of the suppressed SMG. One of my favorite weapons in the game currently is the suppressed SMG since it's so reliable, accurate, and has a low amount of bloom. I know a lot of you guys use the combat shotgun and completely ignore using any SMG since you don't necessarily need one to back up a combat shot like you do with a pump, but it's still a versatile weapon to use in pretty much every aspect of the game. The reason I'm including this in a video that's talking about how to win more fights is because I think this gun is really overpowered and underrated. This gun helps me out in winning just about every fight I get into. There's actually been times where I've had nothing but an AR and a blue SMG, and my opponents have had combat shotguns or pumps, and I've won just by using the SMG. It's definitely the way to go if you guys find yourself consistently losing gunfights. Now the best way to use the SMG is in tight spaces and when you guys are a short to medium distance from your opponents. For instance, if your opponent has a pump shotgun and you melt your opponent with your SMG, most if not all their health will be gone by the time the pump's waiting time to be shot again will be over with, considering you hit all of your shots. It's one of the best weapons in the game, and I think you guys should pick it up regardless if you have a combat shotgun or not. My fourth and final tip for you guys in today's video is create your perfect loadout. Now obviously Fortnite is not Call of Duty and you can't just create a class and drop into a game, but every game you do get into, you want to have a loadout that you can consistently get kills with and have a lot of success with. For example, many players like myself prefer the AR, pump shotgun, and SMG over an AR and a combat shotgun. I prefer this weapon loadout just because I'm comfortable with it, consistent with it, and get high kills using these weapons, despite the majority of players using the combat shotgun, which is much more consistent and accurate. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite weapon loadout is. Those are 4 of my best tips to winning more fights in Fortnite. As always, if you did enjoy the video, do drop a like down below and subscribe if you guys are new. Use my code YTViribus in the item shop, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.